So, hello guys, I hope you guys are doing good. Now, let's come to the topic of types of poverty. You need to understand different terminology. This will be helpful for you for various competitive examination. Okay, first, absolute poverty. It is a condition where individual lacks basic necessities. Like some people do not have enough money to buy food, clothes, or even a safe place to live. This is called absolute poverty. Relative poverty, like if you're comparing to others around them, some have less money for buying things what they need, what they want. So this is called relative poverty. So if you are having an income below a certain percentage of median income of the society. What do you mean by mass poverty? In some places, like countries with many people are not even having enough jobs. Okay, a lot of people might not have even much money. So generally observed in developing countries with high population growths. Okay, what do you mean by rural poverty? Okay, in countryside areas, like some people do not have land or resources to grow food or make money. Okay, so this is primarily caused by lack of access to land and resources. Urban poverty, this often results from rapid urbanization and inadequate infrastructure. For example, in cities, some people might not have good jobs or homes because there are so many people and not enough places for everyone. Okay, what do you mean by transient poverty? Temporary poverty due to short term shocks. Like sometimes people are having a very hard time for a little while because something like a bad storm, or sometimes they lose a job. So this is called transient poverty. Chronic poverty, like long term and persistent lack of resources. Other times, like people are poor for a long period of time, like because they are because where they live makes it hard to find work, or they don't have enough money for what they need. This is considered as chronic poverty. Next, situational poverty. It focuses on the inability to participate fully in the society. If something bad happens suddenly, like a natural disaster or losing a home, suddenly people become poor, right? So this is called situational poverty. Social poverty, it focuses on the inability to participate fully in the society. Okay, we have just discussed this. Yeah, no. Some people feel left out, like they can't join in activities because they don't have enough money or enough resources. Okay, what do you mean by capability deprivation? Okay, people might not have a chance to do things like go to school or go learn some new skills, or which makes it very hard for them to have a good life. So what is the definition? Concept associated with Amartya Sen, indicating the a lack of capabilities to achieve well-being. Okay, energy poverty. If you're having a lack of access to modern energy sources, in some places people don't have electricity or modern ways to cook or stay warm. So this is a small thing. Okay, income poverty, it is measured by monetary income below the poverty line. When people don't have enough money from their job to buy things they need, they might be income poor. Okay, if you're not having money to buy whatever you want to buy, then you're considered as income poverty. Hidden poverty, poverty that is not immediately visible or recognized. Sometimes people are poor, but others can't tell because they hide it, or they don't talk about it. Okay, this is called hidden poverty. Vulnerability to poverty. There is a risk of falling into poverty due to external shocks. Like some people are at risk of becoming poor if something bad happens, like getting sick or losing their job. Okay, if you lose your job, then you are having a risk of becoming poor. Child poverty disproportionately affects the children. Like kids may not have enough food or clothes or a safe place to live because their families, they don't have enough money. Okay, feminization of poverty, increasing proportion of women among the poor. Like more women might be poor compared to men because of things like lower pay for jobs or not being able to work as much. Okay, spatial poverty, poverty which is concentrated in specific geographical areas. Like in some areas, like neighborhoods or regions, a lot of people might be poor because they are not enough jobs, or there are not enough resources. Okay, in work poverty, employed individuals still living in poverty. Even if people are having jobs, sometimes they don't earn enough to pay for everything they need, like food or rent. Okay, what do you mean by nutritional poverty? Inadequate access to nutritious food. Some people, they don't have enough food to eat, which can make them unhealthy, right? So seasonal, next comes the seasonal poverty. Usually you find it common in agricultural communities during the non-harvest periods. Like farmers or people who work with crops might not have enough much money during the parts of the year when there isn't a lot of harvest. Okay, cultural poverty associated with lack of cultural and social capital. So, what do you understand by this? People might not have a chance to learn about their culture or do things that are important to them because they don't have enough money or resources. Okay, this is called lack of cultural and social capital. Next, economic poverty, insufficient financial resources to meet basic needs. When people don't have enough money to buy things they need, same food, clothes, a safe place to live, it's called economic poverty. What do you mean by material poverty? Material poverty is defined by lack of physical goods and assets. Like some people, they don't have enough things like furniture, like appliances, electrical appliances, or a safe place to live. It's called material poverty. Political poverty involves restrictions on freedom and human rights. Okay, people may not have a chance to vote or speak up because of rules or laws that make it hard for them. Okay, structural poverty is caused by systematic inequalities and discrimination, which means some people are poor because like things like laws or rules that keep them from getting good jobs or going to school. Okay, subjective poverty based on individuals' perceptions of their own economic situation. So, what do you understand by this? Some people they feel poor even if they are having money, like because they keep comparing themselves to others, or feel like they don't have enough money. Okay, this is called subjective. Intergenerational poverty, like poverty passed from one generation to the next. Like sometimes families are poor for a long time because parents or grandparents they didn't have enough money or enough assets or resources. Okay, what do you mean by digital poverty? If you're having a lack of access to information and communication technology, like some people they don't have a chance to use computer, like you're using a computer, a wi-fi or an internet, so they don't have a chance to use computers or internet, which can make it hard for them to learn even new things or to even find jobs, right? So consumption poverty, what do you understand by this? It refers to poverty in terms of consumption patterns. Like people may not have money to buy same as usual. What do you consume? You consume food, clothes, a house, right? Next, educational poverty. If you're having inadequate access to quality education, they don't have a chance to go to school and learn new things. It makes it very hard for them to get a job or even earn money, right? Next, poverty trap. Sometimes there's a mechanism that makes it difficult for people to escape poverty. So sometimes people they can't even get out of being poor, because of things like they don't have a job or they suddenly become sick, and it makes it very hard for them to even earn enough money. This is called poverty trap. Okay, livelihood poverty. If you're having a lack of sustainable means to earn a living, okay, people may not have a way to earn enough money for things they need. Okay, what do you need? You need food, clothes, right, and a safe place to live. So it is called livelihood poverty. Now, well-being poverty encompasses the overall quality of life and well-being. People may not be happy or healthy because they don't have enough money to buy things which makes them feel good, like clothes. Resource poverty related to lack of natural and financial resources. Some people they don't have enough things like water, land, or money to take care of themselves or families. Okay, it's called resource poverty. Cyclical poverty, temporary, and it is caused by economic downturns. Okay, sometimes the economy gets bad, right, and a lot of people lose their jobs or they can't earn enough money for things due to when economy falls down. Asset poverty, some people due to lack of assets and savings to withstand financial shocks. Okay, some people don't have enough things like money or savings to help them even something bad happens like losing a job or getting sick. Okay, invisible poverty, some people are like very poor but others can't see it because they live far away or they don't talk about it, right? Nobody is going to talk about if they're poor or if they're rich. Health poverty, okay, poverty might not be healthy because they don't have enough no, people might not be healthy, it's not poverty, sorry, people may not be healthy because they don't have enough money to see a doctor or to get a medicine whenever they need it. This is called health poverty. Okay, existential poverty, when people are not feel like they have a purpose or a reason to do things because they don't have enough money or resources. Okay, informal sector poverty, what do you understand by this? Some people work in jobs that are not regulated, okay, and they don't get a pay as much, which can make it very difficult to earn enough money, right, for things, and it's called informal sector poverty. Okay, persistent poverty, some families are poor for a long time because they don't get enough money and resources. Okay, policy induced poverty, sometimes there are some rules or laws which makes it very hard for people to get enough money to take care of themselves. Okay, next, urban rural migration, when people are moving like from countryside to cities, they may not have enough money to take care of themselves because there's so many people and so much of population and there are not enough sufficient jobs to place or places to live. Okay, shelter poverty, when people they don't have a safe place to live, which can make it hard for them to stay healthy, right? So it's called shelter poverty. Environmental poverty, sometimes environment gets bad, right, people can't get enough things like water or land to take care of themselves and their families. Okay, so this is called environmental poverty. Capability poverty, sometimes some people don't have a chance to do things like going to school and learn new skills, acquire new skills, which makes it very hard again. Okay, so I hope this list covers various types of poverty, and this can be asked in some of the examinations like SSC, UPSC, or TSPSC. I hope you guys understood the concept of poverty. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe for more videos. Thank you.